Good day, class. Thank you very much for watching this video. So for today's lesson, we're going to talk about bioenergetics, the flow of energy in the cell, and of course inside our body. So bioenergetics, from its own word, bio means life, and of course energetics, it has a root word we call as energy, diba? So in bioenergetics, it is the branch of biology that studies energy flow, energy transformations within living organisms. Focuses on how cell capture, store, and utilize energy to perform work. So remember, our body, yung ating mga dito, accessory organs or all of our organs, all of our cell working together, it's not just there, it's there for a purpose. Meron po siyang iba't ibang rules at iba't ibang mga ginagawa upang mag-function po ang ating katawan every day. So now, energy is essential for growth, repair, active transport across membranes, cellular movement, and of course, chemical synthesis. So, as example here, diba, on our end, we got photosynthesis and cellular respiration, in which is actually really important po sa ating mga plants. Bioenergetics provide a network, a framework for understanding how organisms obtain energy and how this energy is used in biological processes. Without energy, no cellular activity could occur and cells would essentially be lifeless. So, very important po ang ating energy po para sa ating katawan. Mamaya po, meron po tayong isang pinakakilalang energy para sa ating katawan. Now, well, ayan. Let's apply the laws of thermodynamics in biology. As we all know, on our first law of thermodynamics, diba, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, can only be transformed. The same in bioenergetics, diba? So, as you see sa ating previous slides, as you see, no? So, nakacycle po si ating photosynthesis and si cellular respiration. I-discuss po natin yan kung paano po sila nagka-connecta on the following, on our next topic po. Excuse me. So, of course, kung meron po tayong i-release na, for example, na other product, di ba? So, pag po tayo gumalaw, tumakbo, di ba? Ang ating byproduct is heat, no? So, yung heat na yon ginagamit din po ng other cells. O kaya kahit po outside ng ating body. So, technically, energy cannot be created nor destroyed but can only be transformed into other form of energy. Next is the second law. Every energy transfers increase entropy or disorder. Cells must be constantly input energy to maintain order. Okay po? So, kailangan po si cells po, continuous lamang po ang kanyang process based sa kanyang role. Kasi once na nag-stop po yan, syempre, titigil po yung ating life. For our current cell, energy current cell, we call them as ATP or adenosine triphosphate. So, ayan, as you see, meron tayong adenine base, which is this one. The ribose sugar, the ribose sugar, and as well as the 3 phosphate groups on the left side. So ATP is of course can be converted into ADP and of course pi or releases energy for cellular work. So ATP functions like a rechargeable battery. When its phosphate bonds are broken, energy is released for cellular processes. Cells continuously recycle ATP, regenerating it from ATP through cellular respiration or photosynthesis. So, si ATP po, since chain nga po siya, o ang kanyang structure is magkakadikit na adenosine, ribose, and triphosphate, diba? So, it can be dismantled. No? So, with this dismantling po, nagagamit po yung each part po nito on, of course, on other processes. That's why, in our tawag dito, photosynthesis. So, our ATP is of course one of the byproduct, but of course will be used as well on the following process photosynthesis po, no? kailangan po si ATP doon. Now, for our sources of cellular energy, so we got two types, si autotrophs and si heterotrophs. From its word, auto, automatically. So, autotrophs or plants, for example, capture energy from sunlight through photosynthesis. So, they can produce their own product or their own food. Yung po si autotrophs. While heterotrophs obtain on energy by consuming organic molecules. O kailangan pa nilang kainin at i-digest. Po. Excuse me, yung po si heterotrophs. Example po ng heterotrophs ay ang ating mga tao and of course yung ating mga hayop. For other energy sources, we got the very common carbohydrates, lipids, and of course, proteins. So, organisms differ on how they acquire energy. Plants and some bacteria convert solar energy, as we all know, in the process of photosynthesis, while animals rely on organic molecules. Regardless of the source, at the end goal is always at ATP production. Okay? So, other plants, we all know the Venus flytrap, diba? Kaya din po nilang ma-consume ng energy. It's just that direct na po sila sa isang uri ng hayop. So, as kahit ano pong way ng kanilang pag-capture o pag-obtain ng energy, ang end goal po dapat is to produce ATP. Excuse me. For our photosynthesis, the capturing energy, it occurs in the chloroplast of the plant cells. Converts light energy into chemical energy, which is we call as glucose. And that's two stages. First stage is the light-dependent reactions, which produces ATP and NADPH. And of course, the second is the Calvin cycle, synthesizes the glucose. And this is the formula, or yung anong dapat ma-produce. From its, of course, reactants, itong nasa, dito, left side, from its reactants, we got 6 carbon dioxide and 6 na H2O or water plus light galing kay sun, in which will be converted, since mag-release po siya ng ATP, now it will be converted into glucose po and of course an oxygen. That's why byproduct po ng ating mga photosynthesis ay oxygen. Photosynthesis is the foundation of life on Earth, as it traps energy and makes it available to nearly all organisms through the food chain. So, ito po si light and dark reactions ng ating photosynthesis. As you can see, yan. So, light reactions in this one. And the other side is the Calvin cycle. So, ayan. So, si ADP, ginamit po dito kay light reaction, which is dito kay, dito, photosynthesis. Ayan. So, it will produce ATP, in which ATP will be used by Calvin cycle. Diba? To, of course, produce sugar. Na, so, ganun lamang po yung kanyang processes. Okay? Ayan. Next is cellular respiration. It, unlike kay photosynthesis, it occurs, of course, kay ating, as we all know, chloroplast, using the chlorophyll, diba? This cellular respiration occurs in mitochondria, or we all know as the powerhouse of the cell. It breaks down the glucose in the presence of oxygen and release ATP as well. Okay? So, we got the stages. So, iba-iba stages niyang glass. We got the glycolysis, Krebs cycle, or minsan tawag na Calvin cycle, and of course, electron transport chain. So, the formula, or the working formula for the cellular respiration is, ayan, we got the glucose, excuse me, or the sugar, plus 6 oxygen, plus 6 carbon dioxide, plus H2O, and of course, it's of course turned into, ayan, ATP po. So, as you see, no, yung ating product here, reactants pala, sorry, itong si glucose and oxygen is the product of photosynthesis. Meaning lang po nun, konektado po or nare-reuse po yung energy na na-release dito. That's why, of course, in bioenergetics, energies cannot be produced nor destroyed, but it can only be transformed. Ayan, no. So, notice, si glucose, and of course, si oxygen, ang byproduct dito. While the reactants is carbon dioxide and water. So, about this one, so though may ATP dito, di ba, na na-produce, but still, nandito si water and si carbon dioxide. And the reactants po niya ngayon is si glucose and oxygen. Cellular respiration is the reverse of photosynthesis in many ways. It extracts energy stored in glucose and converts it into usable ATP, which powers, of course, the cellular work. Now, anaerobic and aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration requires oxygen and produces 36 ATP per glucose. Anaerobic respiration, or one example is fermentation, has no oxygen use and produces only 2 ATP per glucose. So we got two type of fermentation, lactic acid fermentation, and of course the alcoholic fermentation. Si lactic acid fermentation, nangyayari yan, di ba, for example, wala kang kain, di ba, wala kang pahinga. So ginawa mo, tumakbo ka ng malayong-malayo, pansin mo parang medyo namumulikat ka, napapagod ka, no? So, yun po yung muscles po nun is nagpo-produce po ng lactic acid. That's why, masakit po yun, pamumulikat po, yung po lactic acids, na. So, for alcoholic fermentation, of course, yeast, 'di ba? Yung for example, pag-aalsa ng bread, paggawa ng alcohol or paggawa ng perfume, pag ginawa ninyo, 'di ba? It can be fermented if there is a yeast involved, 'di ba? So, when oxygen is absent, cells switch to fermentation. Although less efficient, it allows survival in oxygen-poor environment. This is why our muscles burn during intense exercise. Imagine mo, no? Ang tawag dito, kulang ka nga sa hininga, di ba? Labas ka ng labas ng carbon dioxide, tapos kailangan mo naghahabol ka ng oxygen. Since, yun nga, mas maraming nilalabas na oxygen, carbon dioxide rather, and of course, ito nakapas na oxygen na madami, ang tendency nun, si muscles natin, mamumulikat, magbe-burn, papasok siya sa ating lactic acid fermentation. So, pag napapagod ka, namumulikat ka, napapagod katawan mo, ayan, nagpo-produce ka ng lactic acids. Yeah, so for you to, of course, differentiate it easier, yan, for anaerobic rather, so reactants niya is si glucose, and aerobic is glucose and oxygen. Combustion, complete and incomplete and complete. Energy yield, so low, 2 ATP only, while high naman po kay aerobic. For products, ayan, animals, lactic acid, and of course yeast, si ethanol, alcohol po yan, and of course si carbon dioxide. While kay aerobic naman po, si carbon dioxide, and of course si water. Location, cytoplasm, and of course cytoplasm may mitochondrion, and lastly, the stages, glycolysis and fermentation. And for aerobic as well, it has glycolysis, link reaction, Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. Yan po ay discuss po natin sa presentation po ng inyong mga classmates. So, energy coupling in cells. So, energy from catabolic reactions or breaking down from molecules is used to drive anabolic reaction or building molecules. As you can see here, diba? We got the catabolic and of course anabolic, or catabolism and anabolism. When we say catabolic, so we break down larger molecules. So from this malaking grupo ng molecule, pag iwawarin mo siya, that is catabolic. Pag naman po, you will synthesize o bubuin po siya into another form of molecules, ayan, siya po ay anabolism. Basta importante po na meron po siya mapoproduce po na energy. Na, so for example, for catabolic, ayan, glucose breakdown releases energy. So, anabolic protein synthesis requires energy. And next is ATP links catabolism and anabolism. So cells are highly efficient. They couple reactions so that energy from one process fuels another. This ensures the minimal energy waste and maximum biological productivity. On our ecosystem class, we are really familiar with this one, di ba? Si ating, ayan, energy pyramid, di ba? From our producers, diba? Si ating plant, pag kinain siya ni primary consumers, diba? As you can see, pag tumataas siya, tumataas sa ating trophic level o sa ating energy pyramid, no? Kada trophic level po, nababawasan po siya ng minus 10% energy. Yan, yun po yung nangyari sa kanya. Hanggang sa makuha na lang po sa pinakatuktok kay Apex Predator is yung 0.1% na lamang po ng 100% na energy coming from the primary producers. So, every 10% po yung bawas niya po. Now, bioenergetic is not limited to cells. At the ecosystem level, energy flows from producers to consumers. However, much energy is lost as heat, which means why food chains are relatively short. So, meaning lang po niyan, sa bawat pag-consume po natin ng energy from outward, from the mabababang trophic level, ang ating pong release o byproduct is heat. Okay? So, what is the importance of bioenergetics? So, it explains how life sustains itself, provide insights into health and disease, important for biotechnology, agriculture, and medicine, and understanding bioenergetics allows scientists to develop treatment for metabolic disorders, improve crop yields, and even explore renewable energy sources inspired by biological systems. So, I hope that everyone is nagets po ang ating of course, energetic. So, yung ating mga nabanggit po na mga processes po ay i-present po ng inyong mga classmate after ng ating midterm po. Use, for example, yung ating glycolysis, si ating Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. So, for our laboratory activity, next lab activity, in which will be done after our laboratory activity for next week, yung ating mounting, na ating glass cover mounting, which is the amylase activity. So, I will just post a laboratory manual about this one so that you all can be guided po. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.